I've heard so many stories this week that I never thought I'd hear. But this is how some people are now living in this part of the UK.
We were terrified, and my young children will keep asking me, Mommy, are they going to come to my house?
And they thought that they were going home to masked men burning their home.
It's just dystopian, to be honest. Like, you'd never think you'd have to do that in the 21st century.
This is madness.
They're scared.
Yes, they are scared.
A barbaric knife attack on Monday triggered a wave of violent racist attacks by people furious about immigration. Families ran as they were burned out of their homes. There were vehicle checks by masked men and lists of houses that might be hit next. There were letters through doors telling migrants to leave. You can patch up houses, you can replace windows, but this sinister, overt racism leaves far deeper damage.
We were terrified, and my young children will keep asking me, Mommy, are they going to come to my house because they posted addresses?
Sarah and her daughter Hannah have worried about racism before, but not like this. Have you had that this week?
Oh my God, yeah. A lot of people were shouting, and thank God here was only the shouting, go back to your country, you don't belong here. But some places was worse, that they can even harm you. And some ladies were harmed, in my community, end up in hospital. They pulled their hijabs, scratched their faces, and it's just terrible.
It just makes everyone really paranoid, really scared, because, what if, any bang you hear, anything that you see going outside, you're like, oh, are they coming for us? It's just dystopian, to be honest. You'd never think you'd have to do that in the 21st century.
I moved from war when I was 14. Somalia. I've seen tribal war. I've seen worse than this. And I came to Northern Ireland, and same thing going between them, religious issues and all that. And on top of that, now with the foreigners as well, it's just too much to handle.
We met this man who's positioned his garden hose next to the front door in case of a firebomb.
Just the worst scenario.
You're ready just in case?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm ready just in case.
Florin moved here from Romania 10 years ago. This week, his wife, a social care worker, has been hiding colleagues in her car.
Yes, nurses, carers.
Just to get them home safely.
Yes, I don't understand why people that take care of the old people of this country should hide them when they are going a job. They're worried. This is madness. Yes, this is madness.
People who are afraid to leave their homes, people who have been unable to send their children to school.
This community food hub has been inundated with calls from terrified families.
I don't know where to start, to be honest. One thing that has stuck with me is a woman who parked her car in the middle of the road and ran in hysterics, and she had children in the back of the car in hysterics. And the reason for that was that one of her children had identified their address on social media as being a target, and they thought that they were going home to masked men burning their home. That trauma from the Troubles has come back for many people this week, and I think within the response, people are saying, well, that's not going to happen again here, and that's been a big part of that response and that community solidarity, where people recognise and they can identify what people are going through, and they don't want it to happen again.
It's why thousands of people turned out in the centre of Belfast to call this behaviour out.
Stay it loud! Stay it clear! Refugees are welcome here!
The revulsion was clear amongst almost everyone here. But to the side, a small counter-demonstration. People from loyalist neighbourhoods. Not every racist incident has been in these areas, but many have. The days of paramilitary groups openly governing these places are gone, but they still hold real influence and can get people back on the streets. Reverend Chris Hudson knows how this place ticks. He helped negotiate a ceasefire with loyalist paramilitaries in the 1990s.
I condemn people for their horrendous acts. Of course, those who broke the law, those who chased people out of their homes, must suffer a penalty for what they did. But at the same time, the voices in that community who support that type of action We've got to have them in the tent and hear why these are happening and see, are there things behind that that can be mended? Things like housing, things like marginalisation, things like educational possibility, all of that.
Even the idea of reconciliation is challenging when in the suburbs north of Belfast you now also find new displays of hatred.
This is one of a number of anti-Islam murals that have gone up in the last few weeks.
Nobody here would talk to us about them, but at the rally in the city centre we met Kashif.
This should be taken down. This is hate crime. It should be classed as hate crime, and it should be dealt with severe punishment.
He sees this hatred becoming normalised, particularly online.
There has been videos of vigilante groups posting live TikTok videos over the many couple of last years, showing them acting like the Gestapo essentially. They're stopping people of colour, anybody who's perceived of a different background, intimidating them, threatening them, posting it live on TikTok.
But it's important to say this too. We've also seen so many acts of compassion, instinctive kindness and resolve to get through this.
Northern Ireland has made so much progress, but once again communities here are looking for a better, more tolerant future. Tom Parmenter, Sky News, Belfast.